as you can see here, I have changed my background once again, and I went with The Walking Dead for obvious reasons. The new season is starting up. You know, the figures here, this is a good mix from The Walking Dead. Of course, there are a lot more figures that are out there. I would say there's probably just one that I regret not picking up when I had the chance, and that was Maggie. I think I did see Maggie at, I want to say it was Books A Million before. And one of them, actually, I think there was two of them, and one of the figures was actually messed up. The hand was off of it. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, the hand was broken off within the box. But yeah, I probably should have picked her up, but you know, it's not a big deal. Yeah, I may have seen some more out in the wild that I didn't pick up that I regret just a little bit, but I'll be honest though, even though this new season is starting and I know I'm gonna watch it, I'm not really like super thrilled about it because I feel like the show has been too inconsistent. I think season 6 was just had a lot of ups and downs, and then it ended on that cliffhanger that kind of aggravated people. Then season 7 started off very intense, but then from there, I don't know, I feel like it spent a lot of time with a lot of characters that I just wasn't super interested in. And honestly, even some of the characters that I love, it's just now I don't even like really think about them as much or worry about them as much within the series, you know. So we'll see how things go. Hopefully season 8 will be a really good season, and I would actually hope that this war with Negan will actually thin out the characters some, because I think there are some characters that have kind of outlived their usefulness. That's just my opinion on it. So yeah, I definitely want to hear from you all what you think about The Walking Dead in general. Are you excited about this new season? Let me know your own feelings on it. I do want to go ahead and get to the main focus of this video, which is my favorite common pop figures. So that means no chase figures, no exclusives. Also, I'll say, just to make it very clear, no convention exclusives either. Just completely common figures that you can find in multiple stores. No stickers on them at all. Now, they may have variants to them, but like I said, these are common figures. So that's what I want to focus on. And the main reason I want to focus on is because I talked about this in my most recent Funko News video. I feel like some people are very obsessed with chase figures right now, and I know it's tough not to be that way because Funko is putting out so many chase figures, which honestly, to me, I think that is starting to drive down the value of chase figures. I mean, you see a lot of people trying to sell chase figures for big money, and sometimes they are able to right away, but then you see a lot of chase figures now that are only worth like around 20 bucks, or you know, some that are even, you can't even sell at that price. So yeah, I think Funko is maybe putting out too many chase figures, and like I said, people are just focusing on them too much, and especially focusing on them just to get them to try to turn around and sell them. It's just being beaten to death, you know. And also, when I was looking around my collection to choose the figures that I want to share with you all, I realized Funko really does put out a ton of exclusives. I have way more exclusives than I even realized. So it was actually a little bit tricky to come up with a list of 7 of my favorite common figures, but I did choose 7, and I'm going to actually start off with 2 of them that are related to The Walking Dead. So the first one I want to go with, this is one, and I'm not going to do these in any particular order, but the first one I want to focus on here is the Whale Walker. So this is one that I think it was either it might have been last year. Yeah, I think it had to be last year that I did a October giveaway, sort of a Halloween giveaway that focused on The Walking Dead, and I gave away one of these. As a matter of fact, Michael C., one of my biggest supporters, he ended up winning one of these, and then I liked it so much while I had it in my possession, I was like, if I see it again, I'm going to pick it up. So I did end up getting this one, and I think this one, I mean, it does have like a, I don't know if you can really see that, it has a crease on the box, but I don't even care. I mean, I'm not like too big on worrying about box damage as much as I used to. I still prefer a pristine looking one, but it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, you know. But yeah, I was glad to actually find this again, and I want to go ahead and take this one out to get a closer look at them. And you do see the other figures here on the back. I do have that Prison Glenn up there, or hey, actually, yeah, that's the one I have. It's up there. I don't have this Tyrese. I have the Tyrese with the bite on his arm over there, the Hot Topic exclusive. Never saw her, so I do have Carol. It took me a while to find Carol, and then as soon as I finally found her at a Target, then all of a sudden she became easy to find. It always goes that way. You know, there's the Whale Walker. Don't have the Teddy Bear Girl. I'm not sure if I've ever seen her. And the riot gear, Glenn, I'm not sure if I've ever seen that one either. You know, but yeah, let me go ahead and get the Well Walker out so we can take a closer look at him, and you'll see why I really do appreciate this particular figure. Okay, so if you look at the figure here, you can see that he can be held together, but being true to the episode that he was in, I think it was all the way back in season 2. Again, well, you see the rope tied around him, but when they tried to pull this walker out of the well, he started to come apart. So you actually can take this pop figure apart, and you can see the detail there. So, I mean, of course, you know, it's vinyl. There's nothing really scary there. It does look kind of gross, but yeah, that's why they did that, to be true to the episode there. So it's a very unique, common figure there. I really do like the detail of it. I think the face has great detail as well. The way they did the eyes. I mean, if they had the common pop eyes, you know, just the black eyes, definitely would not have the same effect. And they, you know, sculpted the mouth and everything. So yeah, really great detail. The hair looks really good up close. It actually does look like aged, dirty hair. Yeah, really good. So this has great detail to it, and that's why it definitely is one of my favorite common figures. Next up here, again, like I said, focusing on The Walking Dead, we have one of my favorite characters, Morgan. Now, people that have been with my channel for a very long time might know why this particular figure is special to me. It is the very first pop figure that I ever bought. But that's actually not the only reason why I really do like this figure. Yeah. And you see here on the back, they just have Rick Grimes, which I do have that one. I don't have this version of Michonne. I actually preferred Michonne with the hood on and the sword. I do have Abraham up there. Okay, and then it's just, you know, Morgan there. So I am going to go and take this one out. But like I said, this was the first pop figure that I ever bought, because at the time I was really enjoying the character on the series. And he's been a very frustrating character because he's a man of extremes. Like, he's either very much about non-violence to the point where he actually gets illogical at times. He's so against violence, against killing, I should say, against killing, that he actually hurt Carol at one point, which really aggravated me with him. But you know, then at other times he just becomes just wild, just unhinged, and can really hurt anybody around him. So very extreme character in that sense. But this pop figure has great details to it. You see the lines that they put on his face, which really helped to mimic the way that the actor looks. He does have some age to him, you know, and I mean, he's been through a lot. You know, you can really see that here, even with the pop figure. You see he has these pads and everything on, basically his protection from walkers there. His bow staff that he uses here as a weapon, I like it too, that, and you can see that there actually is a little blood there at the tip of it, so that it's been in use. And something I didn't even notice when I first got this pop figure is the backpack here. He actually has nice detail with the backpack. He actually has a riot helmet there. Okay, and he also has an assault rifle here. I was trying to see exactly which type it is, but kind of hard to tell from this. But yeah, very cool. And of course, he has his hood sitting there on top of the backpack. So great detail with this figure. And I'll say this, I know a lot of people are inbox collectors, but sometimes it's, I mean, I think at least one time, you know, get the pop out and actually take a look at it, because a lot of these pops have great details that some people never even see, because they always keep them in the box. But again, this is definitely one of my favorites because it does have great detail. I like the character, even though he's been frustrating at times. And like I said, my very first pop figure, this is the one that got me started. Next up is a figure I'm not going to take out of the box. I have done so before a long time ago on my channel, because I've had this one for quite a while. This is a figure that is vaulted now, and that's not the reason why it's one of my favorites. It's just one of my favorite movie characters of all time, and it is Jules from Pulp Fiction. So I'm really glad to have this one in my collection. There is a bloody variant that was exclusive. Can't even remember where it was exclusive to. Might have been Entertainment Earth or PX Previews exclusive, but you know, I really like just this one. I'm really happy to have it, like I said, because it was vaulted at the time that I got it. So finding it in the wild was very lucky. I didn't have to go to eBay or trade or anything. I actually came across this in the wild. And I had passed it up at one point when early on when I was collecting. I mean, I had some regrets with collecting. There was some stuff I should have picked up early on that I didn't. but I learned my lesson, and luckily I was able to find this one again. And at one point I actually did have Vincent, but I don't know, Vincent to me is just, he's so plain Jane looking. I just decided not to keep him in my collection, you know, and I was trying to pare down my collection at the time to really keep just the figures that I really wanted in my collection. So when it comes to the Pulp Fiction line, as far as the figures they actually do have available, I mean, really, the Jules is the only one that I need. So again, really happy to have him as part of my collection. I'm gonna go ahead and sit him up there. The next one here, I'm also not going to unbox. You can actually see it pretty well while it's in the box. This is a rarity in my collection because I don't tend to collect pop figures that are based on characters from, I guess you could say, family movies or kids movies, but I really did enjoy this movie and really especially was surprised by this character. So yeah, I have here Sadness from Inside Out. So yeah, I'm sure some people that are new to my channel are probably surprised that this is one of my favorites. And you know, I'm focusing on favorite commons, but just in general, this is really one of my favorite pop figures because, for one thing, it just looks so accurate to the character in the movie. I mean, it really is, you know, so much like the character that it just looks almost perfect. I mean, I don't think you could do much better than that with the figure. And then also, I like the actress that did the voice of this character. She was also, she played Phyllis on The Office, which was one of my favorite comedy series. And then this character was much more integral to the plot of the movie than I expected. And if you know the message behind that movie, I think it is a beautiful message. And I think it's something that, you know, keeping that in mind can actually help some people out, especially if you've ever dealt with, you know, depression or anything like that. So, yeah, just a beautiful message behind it. Really well done pop figure there. And, you know, like I said, I like the actress as well. She was also in a movie with Cameron Diaz. I think it was Bad Teacher. Yeah, Bad Teacher. I actually have a copy of that. So, yeah, like I said, a lot of reasons basically why I like this particular pop figure. At one point, I was thinking about getting Bing Bong. I don't know, maybe I still will at some point if I see him again. And another regret of mine is I did see Joy, but I saw it was an exclusive version of Joy. I can't remember what it was exclusive to, but where she had kind of like sparkles going on her, some glitter or whatever. But I probably should have picked that one up. But you know, like I said, I'm happy really just to have this particular figure of Sadness. Really cool character. I'm gonna have to move around a little bit to show you the other three common figures that are my favorites. And remember, still in no particular order. So next one I really want to point out here is the Michael Keaton Batman, or Tim Burton Batman, whatever you want to refer to it as. Again, I'm not going to remove this one for obvious reasons. You know, he's in the mix of all these figures here, and I really don't want to move all those around. But yeah, this one for me, I just really have a lot of nostalgia, basically. I mean, the design is cool for the most part. I do think the head and the body, for some reason, just don't quite seem to match up to me as well as they should. Maybe it's because the black seems slightly different, and then the white eyes are such a strong contrast. Maybe they could have shaped them differently or something, but still, I really do like this one, mainly for nostalgia, because that was my favorite movie probably when I was younger, that, you know, first Batman movie by Tim Burton. So getting this figure was pretty cool, you know, and I'm really glad that I do have it in my collection. We're moving to this area over here that I recently set up just because I basically needed more space for my pop figure. So do excuse the bad lighting, kind of hard to light this area. And I know the audio might sound kind of echoey as well, but regardless here, another one of my favorite common pop figures is the recently released Gladiator Hulk, which I did share previously on my channel. Really great detail on that figure. I still think it probably could have been larger, but we do know, of course, there is the 10-inch figure on the way, which I will definitely have to get, that Target exclusive. But yeah, this version of Hulk, very cool. Like I said, great all-around detailing to it. I like the colors, all the molding. Yeah, just really good character. And the last one that I want to point out to you all is, where is he at? Right here. The Scarecrow from Batman the Animated Series. Definitely one of my favorite Batman villains. I really like that series, and they just did such a good job with representing the character. Can't say that for all of the figures from Batman the Animated Series, but yeah, they really nailed it with Scarecrow. So yeah, those are 7 of my favorite common figures. And there are a lot of others that I like as well, and there's some that I don't have in my collection that I am going to try to get before they end up vaulted, because once something is vaulted, you really don't know if it'll ever be produced again or readily available again. And that's a big piece of advice I want to give to collectors, especially new collectors. Don't take the commons for granted, because you never know. You might see it around and you might think, you know, I'll just wait, I'll get it later on. But then once it's gone, it's really gone. So yeah, don't overlook the commons. And common figures, once they become vaulted, if you are the type of person that really likes to focus on value, do keep in mind that sometimes when something becomes vaulted and it's not readily available anymore, it actually can end up having pretty good value to it. So do keep that in mind. I mean, for example, early on when I was collecting, another figure that I passed up is Scarface, which honestly, I like the movie Scarface. I like Al Pacino. I thought the pop figure looked maybe a little bit too plain, but I probably should have went ahead and picked that up, because at the time I could have got it for $10. And the value now, I know some people sell it for $50 or more. And it's not all about the value, but I mean, just in general, you know, that's a character that I like. So yeah, I probably should have went ahead and picked it up. So yeah, make sure you avoid having those regretful situations. Do not take the common figures for granted. As a matter of fact, I'm going to challenge you all, because this actually was a bit challenging for me to really look past the chase figures and look past all of the exclusives and just focus on my commons and choose 7 that I really like. I want to see if you can do the same thing. Let me know down in the comments, what are your favorite 7 common pop figures? And I mean common. No sticker on it at all, no chase, no store exclusive, no con exclusive. What are your favorite 7 common pop figures? Let me know. I'm very interested to check that out. And like I said, if you're a Walking Dead fan, you know, if you watch the series, let me know how you're feeling about this next season that's starting up. Like I said, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna give it a chance, but I really do hope that they become more consistent with delivering some exciting episodes. I know not every episode can have a bunch of action and everything, but you know, I think just it can be more consistent than it has been in terms of quality, especially quality of the storytelling. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. You got to see a little bit more of my collection here. And remember, once I get a better camera, then I will have a full collection video coming up. I'm hoping that it'll take me no more than maybe 3 weeks, I think, or so, to get a new camera. And then, like I said, one of the first things I'm going to do with that new camera is my collection video. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, that's going to do it for now. Thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you all again real soon.